My name is Griffith. I'm the Chief of Staff at the New York City Central Labor Council. I've been there for about 3 years, and prior to that I was an iron worker in Iron Workers Local 40. You know, that's a tough question. I mean, there's a lot of good days, there's some bad days as well. And I think that the work that we do, it's incremental. You know, there's smaller steps forward that we hope it completes a bigger picture. But those days where you have the tangible victory, where a contract is settled or a successful strike ends, those are the days that are really good. Paid sick days was a huge victory. I think living wage was a huge victory. I think that there's a lot of smaller victories that come together that help the lives of working people. So no one thing stands out. I mean, it's a lot of different pieces to this puzzle. Or, I think it's just worth saying that that a lot of what I do is bringing people together, having people act and stand together for what they believe in. And I think that a collective voice is a very powerful voice, and people really do, when they work together, have the ability to make change. A couple weeks ago I had the privilege to sit down with Dick Ravitch, the former Lieutenant Governor and the former head of the MTA. We had a great conversation about the problems in the city, the state, and this country. So Dick is definitely someone who I look up to. But I would also say Jon Stewart, because Jon Stewart is just, he's funny, he's relevant, and for better or for worse, the things that he says influence folks in the way that some politicians just aren't able to influence people. One of the best pieces of advice I ever got was my boss, Vinny Alvarez, told me that in politics, you may have different allies and you may have different adversaries, but make sure that your values stay the same. I wanted to say Chief of Staff in the New York City Central Labor Council. I'm very happy where I am. I mean, Brad Pitt, right? That would just make sense, I think. No, again, I'm a huge fan of Jon Stewart. I think Jon Stewart can pull it off. Wow, I haven't had an ideal weekend in a long time. Nice weather, being able to sleep in a little bit, but not too late, and just some quiet time with my wife. I've read every John Irving book there is, and I've read some of them twice, and I think some of those books I could read 3 or 4 times. John Irving's a great writer.